What does mobile video even mean? Does it just mean phones and tablets, or does it mean all non-TV devices, non-computer devices that, that are connected to the internet? I just asked that as an open question. So we've been building what we call a total home panel, where we're putting meters on routers in households to track all the digital consumption. We are seeing that over half of the households show up with at least 3 smartphones. And by the way, we're also seeing about 35% of households are using OTT, an Apple TV or a Roku or something like that. So there are, increasingly, the way you get video and TV content is fragmented, not just because of phones and tablets, but because of all sorts of devices. Over half of TV viewers under 35, so teens and 18 to 34s, report using a second screen even when they're engaged with television. So the way these bars work is the dark blue bar is either a phone or a tablet, and then the turquoise bar is phones, and the orange bar is tablets. So if you look at the 2 chunks on the left, which is the younger demos, more than half of them report regularly using a second screen, even while they're watching TV. So even watching traditional TV, mobile devices are an important part of the media interaction. Speaking about millennials, interestingly enough, millennials spend more than half of the time with media. If you take TV and digital combined, millennials are spending more time with digital content than with television, than with traditional television. And that, I think, is a harbinger of where media consumption is going. It's not like, today's 17-year-old is going to one day wake up and say, oh my God, I'm 42, I got a wife and a kid and a house in the suburbs, I better start watching linear TV. So this is, really, look at what younger people are doing. That's where media is going, without question. Just ponder this for a second. Think of how much time we've all spent with computers throughout the 90s and the 2000s, and look at how much more time we spend with mobile devices. And then just ponder for a second what an impact that's had on culture and society, not to mention media consumption. If you look at what's driving the increase in mobile consumption, it's largely driven by app consumption. So this is a share of all digital time spent for different combinations of platforms. The top line on this chart is time spent with all of mobile, share of time spent with mobile. The second line is time spent with mobile apps. So you can see that's clearly what's driving the consumption. And in fact, we are seeing about 60% of time spent with digital content across phones and tablets and computers. About 60% of it, 57%, is spent in mobile apps. I mean, just absorb that fact for a second. Almost 60% of the time we're spending with digital content, we're spending on mobile with apps, okay? That's weird, my pie disappeared. So anyway, I took the 57% chunk, it should be right there. But anyway, there it is, thank you. So when you drill down into that 57% of time spent on mobile apps, almost half of it, about half of it, is coming from what I call the big 4 here: Facebook, Google, Apple, and Pandora. Pandora is a big driver of time spent. Google, of course, we're talking largely about YouTube. Now, if you think about YouTube, YouTube is still predominantly consumed on desktop, but look at the increase in YouTube over the last couple of years on mobile. It's more than doubled time spent with YouTube on mobile.